Speith 2014 checklist. Contend at a major. Check. Make a Ryder Cup team. Check. Win twice in a season. Check, check. The last two events of the year. Dominating by 10 shots at the Hero World Challenge, and now we have the young hero on set with us holding that massive trophy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
And apropos, because you're starting to draw comparisons to the man who hosts this golf tournament, not so much in stature. Some have said, you don't bring the physical presence of a Tiger Woods, such a tall, strong, and powerful figure. It's not nice at all. But you have bested him on occasions, winning at the age of 19. You also won multiple juniors like he did. No one else has done that. And now you win his tournament by 10 shots with him in the field. What do you think, Jordon, is your greatest asset?
I'm not sure. I think the last couple weeks it was surely my mental game. I putted great last week and this week, and I was very comfortable on these greens, but I finally put in a couple things that I learned from the miscues early in the year. I was in the lead and didn't quite close them out. And then I just had more patience the last couple weeks, and that was the key. I had patience. I didn't really care what other people were doing around me. I just focused on my own game and zeroed in on really small, specific targets. And so I think really my preparation and my mental strategy was the biggest thing in these 2 weeks, and being able to kind of space out.
Jordon, it's been well documented that en route to winning a college event here by 8, you set the course record at 65. This week you shot 63. And of course, you won by 10. What is it about this place that you love so much?
I like the layout. It's in incredible condition. I think it plays well. The landing areas are right at where I strike my driver. I mean, a lot of the longer hitters here had to hit 3-wood, but then they got to kind of crush 3-wood to get over some of these bunkers. And then if they hit driver, it's too far. For me, it lands nicely right, and carries a bunker and stays short of the rough. Holes like 8 and 10, and I think that's big. I mean, I had bigger fairways, I think, to hit in than some guys because of my distance, which is, I always obviously hope to gain distance, but I think that was nice this week. I had full clubs into greens. I was able to hit kind of nice pitching wedges, 9-irons into a lot of these greens, and those were right on with the straight balls. So, I'll go ahead and also attribute some of it to some good bounces, but all in all, my short game was on. Didn't make too many mistakes.
You and your teacher, Cameron McCormick, have worked on your driving, and you drove it beautifully this week. But in Australia, you don't blow fields out by 6 in Australia and then by 10 here with just good ball striking, because everybody can hit the ball pretty well out here. So you had to make some putts, and you made a lot of putts the last couple of weeks, especially on Sunday in Australia. You worked real hard on your putting with Cameron in Australia on Tuesday and Wednesday. What exactly clicked? What did you figure out within your putting that you were doing wrong? If it's technical, please explain, because I'd like to know.
Sure, yeah. I came from Japan, where I probably hit it better in Japan than I did this week or the week before. I mean, I was hitting it on a string in Japan, and I was putting all right too. I just didn't quite make enough inside 10 feet. I didn't make all of them, and then outside of 10 feet, the greens were tough to make putts on, but they were. I still didn't make any. So I got with Cameron in Australia, my instructor, and he saw something in my path I wouldn't have been able to see. I was just a little too straight back, and had maybe a tendency of coming over the ball. And I was hitting a lot of good putts, but when I did miss them, they were slight pulls, and that's tough on really fast greens.
It wasn't coming back on an arc.
Right, it wasn't coming back on a little arc, which is what we like to see, because that's when I've always putted my best, going back to when I was 12 years old. It's got a slight arc to it. And maybe that changes with other people, but for me, that's when I have the most confidence putting. So he saw it. We worked really hard Tuesday, Wednesday, hit a lot more putts than I maybe would getting ready for an event at the tournament course. And boy, it worked last week. I gained a lot of confidence round to round, peaking on Sunday, and then just try to continue it this week. I'm still there.
Sorry, you've had almost unprecedented success at 19, 20, 21 years of age. We've learned so much about you, but what did you learn about yourself your rookie year? What did you learn about yourself this year on the PGA Tour?
Yeah, my rookie year just always a blur. Came from using a sponsor's exemptions to web.com events with no status to then, winning later that year, and then the President's Cup. It just all went by so fast of really just a big momentum swing. And this past year, picking a schedule, started out strong, really through the players, and then had a little bit of a lull. And I wasn't pleased with it. Not sure exactly what it was. I think I was just trying to force it too much and let emotions get a hold of me, not be patient enough on difficult golf courses. And then the Ryder Cup is what changed everything and started that arc back up. And it played every shot under extreme pressure, the pressure I felt at Augusta, if not even more. And to go through that, to then hit good shots there, make some putts, see some putts go in, ride it with Patrick. We were both, having a great time, taking care of business in that best ball format. Then I knew that when I felt pressure situations again, I could look back on a recent experience when I was able to capitalize on those opportunities, and especially on the greens. Putting is what, I just had near misses where I'd kind of just hit a little low in the face and it'd be a little short. And after the Ryder Cup, that changed.
Jordon, you mentioned composure and patience as the two best qualities of a golfer. I'm sure a lot of this is innate with you. But if you had to teach composure, where did you learn it and how do you teach that?
I was fortunate to get out here quickly and learn it from the best in the world at it. Playing alongside guys in big tournaments and major championships, or even the players, Martin Keimer, the composure he shows, the smiles that he brings in some of golf's most intense moments, just shows how much confidence he has in his game. Kind of a quiet confidence, and even Bubba, when we played at Augusta, I went up on 8, and we're walking down 8, and he's trying to tell me a joke down the fairway. I'm like, we're about to be on the back nine of Augusta on Sunday, and you're down 2. Are you all right? And, just seeing those guys take those moments and show that composure, act like it's just another round for them. That's where I've learned it, and I don't know how it can be taught. Luckily, I don't necessarily have to teach it, but it's something I think you learn through experience. And very fortunate to be in those chances and learn from great champions like those guys.
Keep winning big trophies like that. Don't worry, those biceps and that physical stature will be right where you want it.
Well, thank you very much.
Just 21 years old, but so much more mature than that. Jordon, congratulations on the win. The second of the year, the third of his career. More on the other side of this break when Golf Central continues. Jordon Speith, your Hero World Challenge champion.